Hello, hello. My name is Tiara Nicole Riley. I am a motivational speaker, a five-time published author, life coach, and owner of Rethinking Me, a life coaching firm. Super excited. So, in my last video, I mentioned that maybe we would have another intentionality video, and we're here. That's just how God works. Okay, He gonna tell you what to talk about, and then you gonna talk about it. Okay, get into it. So today we are closing out our intentionality series by talking about intentional focus. Okay, intentional focus. Now, let me start by being transparent, right? I have always been a pretty disciplined, pretty type A, very structured kind of person. However, I have recently realized that while I do what I say I'm going to do for other people, I struggle sometimes with doing what I say I'm going to do for myself. What I realized is I have a tendency to struggle saying no to myself. So if it's something I want to do, I'm going to do it. Right? If it's something I want to do, I'm going to do it. If it's something I don't really want to do, but I know I should be doing, that's where it gets a little quirky. And so, one thing that I am working on doing is not only being disciplined with things that I say I'm going to do to other people or deliverables or being on top of my task or doing all of the things that I say that I'm going to do externally, but also keeping that same energy internally, right? And making sure that I am keeping my word to myself. What I have also recognized is that there are particular areas where I struggle with that. I do what I say I'm going to do in my business because I want to do it. I want to win in my business, right? I do what I say I'm going to do for my daughter or for myself or self care and all of these things. But when it comes down to these two areas that I've always struggled with, it is extra fitness and finance. Those are the two biggest areas where I know what I'm supposed to do, but do I consistently do it? Okay, that is where I struggle. That is where I struggle. That is where I struggle. So I have committed to being intentional in everything that I say I'm going to do, but specifically not giving myself too much grace because sometimes giving yourself grace can slip into self sabotage. And I'm just sharing my perspective because you may be great with your finances and you may be great with fitness. But is there an area in your life where you tend to give too much grace and allow yourself to self sabotage? I'm just here to hold up the mirror. Okay, that's it. That's it. Don't shoot the messenger. Anyways, so along with me being more disciplined and holding myself accountable to doing the things that I say I'm going to do, right? It also looks like having clarity around two different things. So we are fresh into the new year. We are in the time of the year where everyone has New Year resolutions, and I'm focused on this, that, and the third, all the fun things. I don't quite know how I feel about New Year's resolutions because, on the one hand, I feel like, why you gotta wait till New Year's, right? On the other hand, I appreciate the desire to just start afresh. Um, I get it, right? But the focuses that I have declared for my life in 2024 actually started in like November. Once I decided that this is what I was focused on, I didn't wait until January 1st. If you're going to build a habit, start now. Like, start now. No matter when you decide that this is going to be your new habit, like, start now. There's no need to wait. There's no need to wait. That's just a little nugget. But as I was preparing and spending the last like 6 to 8 weeks of 2023, kind of just really thinking about what is 2024 going to be focused on for me? What am I aiming to accomplish? All of the things. So I wanted to catch you, first of all, while we're still filling the New Year's resolutions. I wanted to talk about two different parts of that for me. So for me, that looks like preparing for the new year looks like goal setting, but it also looks like my prayer list. Those are two different lists, period. Goal setting, and if you set up your goals correctly, Your goals should be SMART goals. We've heard of SMART goals time and time again. But a lot of times when we make goals, they're not specific, they're not measurable, and they don't have a deadline attached or any kind of time reference. That's how we end up with goals that don't get met. But in addition to having SMART goals, I love having actionable SMART goals. So instead of saying, I want to save X amount of dollars at, by this date, that is a SMART goal, but it has a finite end. I, speaking for me, I like having SMART goals that are action based and habit based, right? So instead of saying, I want to save X amount of dollars by X date, if that's the big goal, cool, cool, cool. Let's focus on what habits are going to create that. Saving X percentage of your income every paycheck, right? Like, let's get into habit creating goals. Instead of saying, I want to lose X amount of pounds by a certain date, what is the habits that are going to help you reach that goal, but also create a lifestyle that prevents it from having to be a new goal every year? Right? So if fitness is your big goal, that's another big one for the New Year's resolution, right? Instead of focusing on, I want to lose X amount of pounds by this date, yes, that is technically a SMART goal, but let's get an actionable SMART goal that focuses on, I want to work out 3 to 4 times a week between 30 to 45 minutes per session. And I want to spend, you know, I want to limit fast food during the week, or eating out during the week, and I want to make sure I drink X amount of water or eliminate all anything but water. Right? Let's think about the habits that are going to help us reach that goal, but also create a lifestyle around that not needing to be a goal. You feel me? The other side of that is having my prayer list. My prayer list are things that I can't control. My goals, I can contribute to. I can do my part. Yes, it requires God to, move in certain areas and all of that, but my goals are focused on my part. My prayers are focused on the things that I do not and cannot control. One of the things on my prayer list, my daughter has been potty trained as far as pee for months now. But for whatever reason, poop is not clicking, right? I can't do any more than I've done to contribute to her connecting the dots that poop belongs in the potty. I've tried everything under the sun, every idea that anybody has ever thrown in my direction. I have tried. It's not working. At some point, it has to go from the goal list of, putting her on the potty on certain times and anything that I have control over and putting it on the prayer list. Because at the end of the day, I cannot control that. God has to put it in her head to be able to, like, yep, this is where it belongs. Because it's not an issue of skill. She is capable of pooping in the potty. It is stubbornness. And she's 2.5. She'll be 3 in April. I can't get into her brain and say, hey, you need to poop. Go sit on the potty. Right? Prayer list. So having both, especially preparing for the new year, has been key for me. And even if you haven't had a chance to do that for 2024, it's never too late. Like, it is too early in the year to say, okay, well, then next year. Cut it out. Cut it out. If you are in quarter 1, 2, or 3, it is not too late to make some tangible actions. And as I stated, when I started thinking about what my goals were for 2024, in November, I started working towards those goals then. Like, come on. Like, you can start whenever. And I promise you. So, when I started working on my discipline around fitness and finances, before the turn of New Year, I saw tangible results and improvements in those areas. It's never too late. So start today, okay? And one thing that I wanted to share as far as intentional focus, and it's really helpful for helping you stay on top of things. I am very big on living a life void of memory. It's my thing. I love it. It's my fave, okay? As much as you can get out of your brain, the better. The less administrative task your brain has to keep up with, the more space it has to be freedom, to be free and be creative in all of the things. So, with that being said, if you are being intentional about your focus, you want to download a habit tracker app. Game changer. You literally tell it, I want to do this times a week. I want to do this on this day. I want to do this at this time every day, every week, every couple weeks, every month, on the 1st and the 15th. Whatever your frequency, you put in the task, you put in the frequency, and it helps you stay on track. Get into it. Use your tools. There's an app for everything. Get into it. But I want you to start thinking about not just your goals, but how can your goals be broken down into actionable steps and create habits for you? Once you start developing what those habits look like that will get you to your goal and beyond, put it in your habit tracker app and let the technology remember for you. Anyways, I hope this intentionality series has blessed you. I really, really do, deep in my soul. I hope that you've been able to gather all the gems, right? And you're able to really think about all the things necessary to be intentional in every area of your life. As always, make sure you subscribe to this channel and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. If you are looking for a life coach, look no further, okay? If you need help, we will walk through these processes with you side by side. The biggest benefit to having a life coach is accountability. We are there to go through life with you. If you are looking for a life coach, definitely make sure you hit us up, rethinkingmellc.com, and schedule your free consultation. That's it. Just schedule your free consultation and we'll take it from there. I promise you. We will guide you through everything that needs to do. If anything in this intentionality series has spoke to you and you're like, I struggle with insert thing here, we can help you with that. Give us a chance to help you help create the life you love. Let's get into it. Rethinkingmellc.com, and then make sure you schedule your free consultation. If you are not already subscribed to this channel, definitely hit subscribe and click that notification bell so you're the first one to know when a new series or video has dropped. And then, of course, you want to share the wealth. Like, share it with somebody who needs these gems. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. And we have a new series coming. Wonder what it'll be. Drop your suggestions in the comments. If there's a particular series you want us to get into next, drop it in the comments. Thanks, guys.